O le whaamama awenga le nei ma le Pacific Isi, mo au tupe whaamumoli Samoa, a o tapuni ai ofisa mo le whaava yaso. Whaonga nei lolna wa unanga forward ta ua, o le direct transfer. A whai wa yesa o membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking, o le matua e whaingo fia lava. Na o le tipose mai lava lau se leni ni matua account, o na whaatino leo la foina o lau se leni mo a inga i Samoa. E ia inga i tahu na whaamaleina. Mo nisi whaamatalanga i le nei au nanga fo. Wala au le telefoni o walu se lau o tasi o nono. Po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa i le valu tolu o.
Tulafono voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Farmer Joe, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight to Farmer Joe to do my shopping.
Ole si tūlanga pitusili o le tāua. Ole lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. Ona whaanga le whaatau o loa e au ngā mo le ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai le sa suma fua tau e lisia sa. Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au ngā fo e ala mai le Tulafono voucher. Le wana whaatau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le Tulafono voucher ua maua le apususi o sewa fine. So se paro loa whaingo fie, a me se le te whelua i malau telefoni tai mi uma. Ai lo le lafo me le cash, o na inu e leo tamao le ainga.
Whaatea tulava le Tulafono voucher mo le foi au ngā fo whaatai. Ma loa langa le taumpai.
Whaatai Tulafono voucher.
Teki Tulafono voucher.
Talofa. We got it right. It is Tuvalu Language Week, and oh man, today I'm just a little bit annoyed with these surprise cases. But anyways, how are you? And thank you to all of our viewers who have just tuned in to BluTable Podcast with your girl Pea and Claudia.
Yes, hello everyone, I'm Talofa and welcome. What day is it today? Tuesday.
Oh my gosh.
Is it Tuesday?
Sunday?
No, is it? Oh my God, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, guys. It is Tuvalu Language Week, but it's also Mental Health Awareness Week. So check in on your friends, do a random act of kindness. You know, I thought to myself, Bea is such a lovely person and friend and co-host. I was like, why wait for her birthday to get her something special? So in honor of random act of kindness, I've gone her a little bouquet of flowers.
I love it. I do. This is so... Claudia...
So
I love it. Thank you so much. And if I could, I would gift this to all of our viewers who continue to show the same love and support every single day. We appreciate you all. Same way that we appreciate our awesome sponsors. And again, if you do need to send that little bit of alofa to Samoa, you can do that with Talofa voucher. It's probably the most convenient way to help inject back into Samoa. Inject back into Samoa. Oh my gosh, I think I'm losing the plot.
I forgot what day it was, but it is Tuvalu Language Week, and we have nice fun facts for you, especially for Tuvalu Language Week. So fact number 1, Tuvalu is actually a tiny collection
the weather.
of
It's pretty
Pacific
hot today.
islands. I think it's just the heat that's coming off you.
You know what it is? It's how. Comment below. Are you enjoying the new scenery that we're bringing? That new paradise vibe that we're throwing out there for your BluTable Talanoa? Let us know, because I'm feeling the heat today.
I am. That's why I got my hat on, because got to protect myself from the sun rays. We are currently on one of the beautiful beaches in Tuvalu, so we're really excited. But another fun fact is that on the island, or the islands of Tuvalu, there is no ATM machine.
I don't know how they do it, but they have survived. And it is mentioned that it is a very, very poor country, but it is rich in culture and love. And I have to vouch for my Tuvaluan family, because every time you go to any Tuvaluan gatherings, they number one priority are the children.
Yeah.
And it's so different. The love is so real. I tell you, the Tuvaluans our people are just amazing. And I wish I knew how to speak Tuvalu. I know, a shout out to my auntie Ainoama and auntie Polenga, who do try to teach me the language, but I struggle.
Well, it's never too late to try, right?
Yeah. Well,
you've got the hello lockdown.
Talofa. And I do know one word. And this is the word that
Don't
we
tell me
tease.
it's money.
No. It's ngali. Ngali in Tuvalu means pretty.
Oh.
And it's what we kind of tease, myself,
Cute.
Julie, and Pauline, Mayele. We kind of tease each other with this, and Julie's probably the one that's fiangali the most. So, but look, and also they only have one hotel in Tuvalu.
How many rooms in the one hotel?
I don't know. I didn't book a room at Tuvalu.
Well, not yet.
Not yet, anyway. But we will be traveling there, hopefully, once the borders are open. But anyways, we do have 2 amazing guests lined up. But before we bring them on, Claudia's got some really exciting news about COVID.
Oh, God. I don't know
Hit
if
us
it's
with the
exciting.
update.
But yes, we have your daily updates. Now, unfortunately, today there are 45 new cases in the community in Auckland. That's quite an increase from yesterday when we only had 8 new cases. So guys, we are still in level 3, so you have to stay in your bubbles. No going over to the neighbor's house for a barbecue. No going over to your cousins, aunties, brothers' birthday party. Stay home, stay in your bubble. Now that brings us to a total of 1,230 community cases linked to the current outbreak, but there are currently 12 unlinked cases, but 6 with potential links. So guys, that's just a friendly reminder to please stay in your bubble. The more that we adhere to these rules, the likelier that we will move into level 2 next week. So just hang in there. We're nearly at the end of the race, so hang in there, guys.
I don't know. I'm quite disappointed with this 45. So I'm guessing this 45 came from West Auckland.
Who do you know in West Auckland?
Or maybe North Shore. Which one of you guys are jumping bubbles? Anyways, that was a joke. So please don't hammer me later because, she blamed West Auckland. It's just a joke, guys. But anyways, let's go into a quick break. And joining us straight after the break, actually, before we go into the break, we are going to play a little video of the beautiful, stunning Kate and Wills. The video of them doing their whātele in the beautiful island of Tuvalu.
Yes, now before we play that video, I want to say shout out to all our beautiful viewers. We have Elizabeth who says, Pauline, because did you see my post? I'm not sure what post she's talking about, but did you?
Well, actually, I do. I think if Liz is talking about a post where she's asking if somebody was singolo, which meant, are you looking for a single significant other? Are you singolo? It's actually not a real word, I think, in Tuvalu, but...
So we also have shout out to Fala, who always tunes in every single day. Pauline. Hi, Pauline. Hi, beautiful Flora. We have Sarah, who's tuned in as well. And Jules, the beautiful Jules, saying hello as well. So thank you so much. Pauline actually said, no, not West Auckland.
No, not West Auckland.
No.
Are you sure, Singolo? Guys, look, unfortunately, I've just received a phone call from Queen Elizabeth that her video didn't come through yet. But I will share it after.
Princess Kate.
Princess Kate Middleton. Did you know, this is an interesting fact as well. Did you know that Princess Kate Middleton and Wills have never been to Samoa, but they went to Tuvalu?
Do I sense like a little bit of resentment in your voice?
It's like, why didn't they go to Samoa?
You sound a little bit salty there.
Why didn't you go to Samoa? I'm just asking. Anyways, no, it was just a joke. But how awesome is that?
That's really, really cool.
And Wills and Kate have this amazing dance, which is called a whātele, that they do. And oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Now, we are going to get that video ready to be played for you, but we are going to go into a quick break.
Yep.
And when we come back, we've got two amazing guests. They're going to grace us with their presence on the show. So don't go anywhere.
Stay tuned, guys. Nanu mea hard.
Tau tua ma le au nanga mo tau sa mo service station nei tona I matu. Ma tau teu tuina lo ta vale, ma le tele o nisi o matu au nanga ese ese. Ai le ngata foi le, ma tau te sia ke ina fo ilo ta vale. Sepala ya foi suau, mola o tapan. A fai foi o vai pa o losa. A wala te poli, ma tu te sepala ya foi e mola o tapan. Mola no posila fia. Mua, tapela o tavale pe auto. Lua, tapela o telefoni il time utu ina o tapan. Ma le vaenga mulu. Mana tua fo. E matua I whasaina, lo tau makitapa ai no fuanga whapeni. Hota Samoa, ore mo hota mo Samoa. Mado te fia e au auna pea mo o Samoa. Maftaile fia mai, we'll see you again. God bless.
O le whaamama awenga le nei ma le Pacific Isi, mo au tupe whaamumoli Samoa, a o tapuni ai ofisa mo le whaava yaso. Whaonga nei lolna wa unanga forward ua, o le direct transfer. A whai wa yesa o membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking, o le matua I whaingo fia lava. Na o le tipose mai lava lau se leni in mato account, o na whaatino leo la foina o lau se leni mo a inga I Samoa. E ia inga I tahu na whaamaleina, mo nisi whaamatalanga I le nei au nanga fo. Wala au le telefoni o walu se lau o tasi o nono po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa I le valu tolu o. O le whaamama awenga le nei ma le Pacific Isi, mo au tupe whaamumoli Samoa, a o tapuni ai ofisa mo le whaawa yaso. Whaonga nei lola na waunanga forward ta ua, o le direct transfer. A whai wa yesa membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking, o le matua e whaingo fia lava. Na o le tipose mai lava lau se eleni ni mato account, o na whaatino leo la foina o lau se eleni mo a inga I Samoa. E ia inga I tahu na whaamaleina, mo nisi whaamatalanga ile nei au nanga fo. Wala au le telefoni o walu se lau o tasi o nono, po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa I le valu tolu o.
Talofa and happy Tuvalu Language Week. I did before the break. I said, Nanomeha, that's right, where all the warriors are from. And I am from Nanomea. And I just wanted to quickly say a shout out to everyone from Tuvalu that's just tuned in, and also Iosefa. Have to mention Iosefa in Samoa, which is where my grandfather was actually, he was a minister there, and it's where all of the Tuvaluans, beautiful Tuvaluans, congregate. But yeah. Yes,
talofa everyone, and welcome back. It is Tuvalu Language Week. In honor of Tuvalu Language Week, we are currently chilling on a Tuvaluan beach right here. I've got my hat, and it is also Mental Health Awareness Week. So in honor of that, I've gifted Pea some beautiful, not roses, they're flowers, but you don't have to wait for a special occasion to do something nice for a special someone in your life. But also, good evening to you, Joe, tuning in all the way from America, Samoa. And also hello to Juliet and to Mele, who have also tuned in.
But look, we know that our guests have been really busy with Tuvalu Language Week. So we're going to bring them on right now. We have 3 special guests today. Man, we're so blessed today. We have got the beautiful Fala, who is PMN Tuvalu producer, and also Tuvalu community leader. And then we've got Molia, who is the founder and lead director for Maneanea Dance, which is Tuvalu group. And also we've got the wonderful Pese, who is also part of the dance group. Talofa lava and welcome to BluTable. Thank you so much for joining us.
Correct. Not talofa lava, talofa koutou, Pea. It's Tuvalu Language Week. Hey, Claudia, good to get
I
it right,
love
man.
how you're putting her in her place, Fala.
Thank you, Auntie Fala. Look, how have you all been, during lockdown?
We'll start with Fala first.
Maybe Molia and Pese can go first. I'll go last.
Okay.
Love to be the last always.
Molia, welcome to BluTable. Molia, tell us, how have you been and how has lockdown been for you?
Faftai, Claudia and Pea. Whew, lockdown, what can I say? It has been super busy for me in terms of work, but I'm also grateful at the same time because I think lockdown in a way gives me time to really reflect. That's how I look at it. So I do a lot of that during lockdown. I know that it can get really busy, but at the same time I ensure that put time aside to disconnect from that busyness and just reconnect to my whāteles where I reconnect to just to get that energy back going. That's me.
That's absolutely right, Molia. And it's such a positive way to think about lockdown, just to kind of take the time to regenerate. And Pese, we also have the beautiful Pese, and she's actually doing or on her way to do something quite significant. So Pese, how are you? And tell us a little bit about what you are actually heading to do right now.
So I just got vaccinated. I'm currently at the
well done.
Peninsula. This is my second dose. So I think it's just like that. Like just trying to calm my nerves down a bit. But we've done it, so I'm good. I think I'll be able to stay, connected with you guys. Hopefully my data doesn't run out because I'm using like my phone to connect to my but yeah, I'll be here.
No, but well done, Pese, on getting vaccinated. And also thank you so much for using up your data on us. I feel so special because I know how much data is and how much it's worth its weight in gold. But ladies, thank you so much for tuning in and for joining us today now. And we also have Fala. Tell us, how has your lockdown been? And thank you so much for joining in today, because I know on Monday we had technical issues. So thank you so much for bearing with us.
I'm just showing off my Tuvalu mask.
Love it.
Well, and my apologies as well, ladies, sisters. I just came off the interview with Radio New Zealand as well. That's how busy my life has been, because working for the union, clarifying things around the cleaners. I'm gonna have a go at the Auckland Council and the Mayor Phil Goff and the contractors, people that not the contractors, but the people who are directly employed by council and then pass on the cleaning, because they're holding on to the money instead of passing on the money to the cleaners. So our cleaners being paid at 80% when Auckland Council has actually given the money to the middleman who gives the money to the cleaning contractors to pass on the cleaners. So that's why Radio New Zealand rang me up for me to give what I thought about what happened and to tell the story of what actually happened out there. So yeah, I'm so pissed off, to be honest. I'm really pissed off with this. Once again, the big men out there, to make the decision and hold on to the money instead of passing on to our poor people, And I talk about cleaners. I'm talking about our Pacifica people, migrant workers out there. How dare? It's not their bloody money, That money is from ratepayers like you and me. And yet they're holding on to the money. They didn't want to pass it on to probably these poor cleaners. That's why I have to give my peace of mind. So listen out for Radio New Zealand tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'm going to be on there.
We'll definitely tune in and follow. We definitely need more community leaders like you.
So lockdown has been really busy dealing with our people who are not getting paid properly, health and safety, to make sure that their employers are providing them with the proper PPE gears when they go and work and all this kind of thing. Yeah. And having a go to politicians as well, that 80% is not enough. Our people deserve the 100%, not 80%. Jacinda and your government, listen properly. Yeah. Because workers out there deserve the 100%, not 80%. So
amen,
so
sister.
That's how busy my life has been during the lockdown. But so good family time. You got to spend time with your family, but unfortunately we've been on Zoom all day. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just zooming away. But ladies, we thought that we'll try and do something fun with you guys. So we've Bear's actually prepared some fun.
I love Fala, and that's Fala's Nanumea warrior side coming out, advocating for her beloved community. And I love it, it's awesome. So thank you so much. Just had to mention that.
I'm sick and tired of the bullshit. People think that people are stupid. They can walk all over there. Bloody hell, no way. And we need to call it out for what it is,
Yeah.
Our people deserve more than this. They need to be valued and respected for the work that they do. They're essential workers. Without them, bloody hell, we'll be locked down forever and ever. Amen. Yeah.
You know what? I think Fala, we need to start bringing, who was it? I think Julie, Paulinge, all of these young New Zealand borns should jump in there and help us out. But we're going to quickly, because I know that we are very strict with time, so we're going to quickly get straight into a quick trivia, just so we can learn a little bit about Tuvalu Language Week.
Yes. So question number 1 is going to be for Pese. Pese, how many stars are on the Tuvalu flag?
I believe there's about 9 stars.
Yes.
Wait, count how many on the
You got it. That's correct.
Got your mask on.
Love it. Question number 2. I'm going to give this one to Fala. I'm sure Fala's got this one. Question number 2. What is the national Tuvalu dish?
Well, it depends on what island you're from.
True
because we might have a different, we might have a different,
According to Google. You know what, Fala? Yes, that's it. Pulaka.
So
is it?
Nobody will tell me what my national dish is, because then I have a different view on things,
True that.
That's very true.
So it's raw fish to me. Raw fish is always my traditional Tuvalu dish. And can be either feke pulaka or feke, talo or
yes. Feke is number 1.
the boy that's like the coconut that you, the young coconut that you mix it and oh my God, so yummy.
That's delicious. Yeah. Love it.
Now we've got question
Oi.
number 3 that's going to be for you, Molia. Te Folaha is from which island of Tuvalu?
My
Now, I hope I say that properly. Yes, you got it. Well done. Too easy.
Who is Patongan Nanomea?
I
Not me. Okay, question number 4. We're going to give this one to Pese. Name one island in Tuvalu starting with the letter V.
BluTable.
Correct.
I think these questions are way too easy, or else the ladies are just.
You know what? Let's get straight into the questions. I think we've established that these beautiful Tuvalu warriors know enough about Tuvalu. So let's get into the language and the questions.
Yeah. Now, our first question, Molia, Tuvalu language is similar to the Samoan language. What other cultures is it similar to, and why?
I think it's also very similar to the Tokelauan language. Yeah, very, very similar. So,
is there a reason for the
taloha.
similarity?
Probably the geographical locations, of us in the Pacific, and also migration, I suppose, like from our ancestors traveled around the vast Moana Pacifica. So during that, that journey.
Having affairs, Molia, having affairs with different women from all different islands.
Oh, there you go. That's Fala's version of the migration. It's all about the alofa, the love.
Definitely.
Spreading the love around
every day,
the
all
Moana
day.
Pacifica.
Oh, Fala, I can't. Fala, you're going to get me into trouble. Because is this why there's so many...
honest discussion and having fun at the same time.
This is probably why Liz is so singolo.
Singolo.
Which is actually not I just want to confirm, singolo is not a Tuvalu word. It's a made-up word that we were laughing about on Facebook with Liz, that Liz made up for single Tuvaluan woman.
Single Tuvaluan. Singolo.
So... thanks for that. What's it called? So this question will be for everyone, but we'll just, for each we'll go through the list. But for myself, my Samoan side is very dominant, in the language. So that's all I know is my Samoan side.
And blaming your father.
Yes, but in your opinion, what is something that we could do to keep the Tuvaluan language, so that the Tuvaluan language survive? Obviously, it's, from such a small family, our Samoan side is very, very dominant. If that's the case in most families in New Zealand, how is our Tuvalu language going to survive the next generation? Just in your own opinion. We'll start with Fala.
I want you to go to this... I think, first of all, like with you, Pea, I'm blaming your father, for allowing the Samoan side to dominate when he should have 50-50. He should have tried and encouraged you, his kids, to speak Tuvalu and be proud instead of just, just be proud of being Samoan. Hello, what about the Nanomea side, the Tuvalu side? So I'm blaming your parents for not encouraging you.
I really hope your dad's watching
to
this.
Remember that you have other bloods in you, not just the Samoans. So I'm blaming your parents. Full stop. In order for us to, in order for the language, the Tuvaluan language, to survive, because the influence comes from our people. Remember, our parents are our best teachers, and if they encourage you to, then you will. But then it depends on who you hang out with most of the time. Because if you hang out more with the Samoans, if the Samoan side and neglect your Nanomea side, that's what happened there. or at least she'll come out with words like Singolo. Yeah.
Singolo for life.
Look, I hope Malulu Vaitolo is watching. I blame him too.
That's okay. That's okay, Uncle. Yeah, that's okay. Respect you, Uncle.
But I'm sorry, and Molia, what about you? We discussed earlier on as well, our family in Wellington, that's probably where a lot of my Tuvaluan family are from. In your opinion, how are we going to make sure that the Tuvaluan language does survive? Because the Ministry of Pasifika people are doing an amazing job, with the initiative that we've got. However, moving forward, it's only once a year. What are you doing actively, or what is, in your opinion, can we do to ensure that our Tuvalu language survives?
Yeah, I think that's really important, and you're right. I fully agree with the Ministry of Pacific Peoples are doing an amazing job promoting our languages here in Aotearoa. But it also comes down to us and our fale and our families and how we engage and encourage our whānau, our mokopuna, our kāinga, the whole entire family to be part of that journey and stay engaged and connected to the language and the culture. I think that's really the starting point. It starts in the fale. Yeah.
Thank you.
Keep it going.
Yeah. Sorry, Pese, I know that you're trying to, Pese, in your opinion, what are your thoughts as from a youth perspective?
I've got a daughter and a son, and they're both under the age of 6. So my dad is a minister, so he's been trying to encourage us to speak our language. And today, when we're sitting on the table when we're about to eat, we encourage them to only speak Tuvaluan. So even if that's my Alfea Guy, Alfea Inu, it's really important because you don't want to lose sight of your culture and your identity. And if we start from home, we can eventually teach them the principles of how important it is as a community as well. Because I feel like there's about 9 islands, 8 main villages. We congregate together community, and it's beautiful. It's really the people you grow up with, and it's good to kind of speak amongst your village. So I think for me it starts from home, just like what Fala was saying, learning from your parents. And I feel like with us as parents, we got to start teaching our kids. And I admit, I haven't been speaking Tuvaluan my whole life. I know I understand fluently. It's just easier to speak English because we're around people, it's a predominantly spoken language, English. Whereas Tuvaluan, not that you're not surrounded by so many Tuvaluans, but I feel like it's important to start from home. And so, my one is just starting from the dinner table and then also doing the lotu as well. My dad, he's always speak to them in Tuvalu, and it's so important because when we lose that language, it's we're losing our identity. And now that I'm much older, I understand how important the ngana is. So that's my side. Sorry, I'm my arm is shaking from the needle. I'm it's sore, but I don't know if that makes sense, but
No, perfect sense. I hope that we are providing some sort of level of distraction for you, Pese. But all you 3 ladies are very knowledgeable and very confident and strong in your cultural roots. If there is one cultural tradition that you would want a Kiwi-born person to know about, what will that cultural tradition be? We'll start with Molia. We'll start with you first.
Those 2 first.
Sure. So other culture other than the Tuvalu?
So your Tuvaluan culture.
Sorry, what was the question? If I want someone to learn the Tuvalu culture or another culture?
If there's one strong Tuvaluan cultural tradition that you would like other people to really know about, what will that one cultural tradition be?
I would strongly recommend Fadele. I think Fadele is important to tool to learn, not only because it's the national song and dance of Tuvalu, but and the Fadele carries so much knowledge, and it pretty much that's where we document our stories. That's my own perspective, because if you listen to Fadele, it tells stories about each of the 9 islands that we come from. And, you know, it captures so much about our beautiful Tuvalu. We didn't have pen and papers back in the days, but this is the way that our ancestors documented the stories. It's through our whakanau, our whakaseasea, our Fadele, and that's how we pass on that knowledge. And that's what I would recommend to anyone that's non-Tuvaluan. Jump on board and sing the Fadele.
That's so cute. Now, Fala, what would that one Tuvaluan cultural tradition be for you that you would like to share with other people?
I think from my experience of being around, you know, the bigger groups, and, you know, Tuvalu being a minority, you know, and everything. And I have really made sure that I put my stamp there. How did I do it? By being, you know, being proud of who I am. I always introduce myself. I am Tuvaluan, you know, and whatever the bigger group said that I'm involved with, I will never allow them to walk all over me. I'll make sure that I'm Tuvaluan. I may be from a small island, but I don't give a shit, because, you know, you have the same right as me, and I deserve the same respect as you. Just don't ever come and bully me just because you're bigger than, you know, than my island. Doesn't mean that you have more rights than me. No. And that's the thing that I'll make sure. That's why I'm well respected out there, because I make sure that I am, you know, I stand my ground and say, I'm a Tuvaluan, and that's me. You deal with me as it is, you know. You know. But I love how
unapologetically you are. You just are so true to yourself, and I love that about you, Fala. You're so sassy. You're so feisty.
Queen of Tuvalu.
I love
Queen of warrior of Nanumea.
Otherwise, people will walk all over you, you know, and then they'll look and say, oh, Tuvalu doesn't matter. I'm sorry, but no, we do matter, you know. We're human beings as well. We deserve to be treated with respect as well, just like everybody else.
100%. And we've got Matthew in the comments saying Fala is straight ruthless with the strong emoji. We love that. But Pese, what do you reckon? If you had one Tuvaluan cultural tradition that you would like to share with everyone, what would that one cultural tradition be?
My one would be, the same as Molly, I guess. Teaching our peers, our colleagues, or our friends just the importance of Fadele dance, because I feel like it's our ancestors' way of doing storytelling. So like, you know, there's songs that go way back, and we don't really understand the core meaning of it until we speak to our grandparents, and they kind of tell us like what this, like, for instance, like a tiale could be a song, but it could also represent the purity of a person, or it's just I think definitely Fadele, it's a beautiful thing to learn. And also when you're, not that I dance like Fadele, but like when you watch other people, you kind of feel, you feel that that aura, that it's just the most purest, I guess, form in it. Like you feel that they're very proud from where they come from, and I can say I'm definitely proud to be Tuvaluan. Just I guess learning Fadele would be awesome to like teach your friends and people around you.
Well, maybe that's something you can do during the rest of this lockdown. Actually learn the dance.
Yes, and look,
I'm actually gonna join the Maneanea Zoom at 4. So my sister, she's actually in the learn how to do Fadele. She's in the Maneanea dance group. I'm kind of like the backstage kind of helper. But I definitely encourage
costume designer, Pese. That's who you are, the costume designer.
Sorry, because I know that you ladies need to rush off to meet other commitments. Just quickly, can you just do that plug-in, and where can we go to enjoy the online bubble Fadele, please?
Oh yeah.
It's on Zoom, so it's going to be on Zoom. So jump on to the link that we've shared on the Maneanea Dance Facebook page and Instagram. That's where you can, register and join us at 4 p.m. It's going down at 4.
Oh, I can't wait. I think I will join. We do have work that we still have to do and other commitments as well, but we will do our best to join. And just quickly, Molia, are you looking at opening up your dance group, to teach other New Zealand-born Tuvaluans the traditional dance?
That's definitely the vision, but it depends on our capacity as well, because as you know, Pea and Claudia, we have young, amazing Tuvaluan women in the group, but they also have other commitments like work outside of the group and study. But that's definitely the vision for the group, is to be able to expand and bring in other non-Tuvaluans who are willing to engage and learn our culture. We'd love to do that, but God willing, in time will come that we can cater for that vision.
You know what? And I can't wait, because I know that, I've got young children, and I would love for our children to embrace the Tuvalu culture. And, it is sad that I don't know much about my Tuvalu side.
I know.
But you know what? Thanks,
Fala. You need to fire that Memeber warrior spirit, like Auntie Fala.
Oh yes, I know. Look, and I know that we are. We do need to wrap up, and I do apologise. There were so many questions that we had planned, but I know that you have other commitments. So just to wrap up, and we'll go through from Molia, then Pese, and then Fala.
I'm the last.
Yeah, you're the last. The warrior's always the last one, Fala. Can you just, in your own words, just an encouraging message with regards to the Tuvalu Language Week, or just a encouraging message before we sign off?
Aftailasi, Pea and Claudia, thank you so much for having us on your show today. I think just want to leave with a positive message to say, celebrate Tuvalu Language Week, but be proud of who you are and look after yourself. That's the main thing. I think from my point of view, in the times that we're in COVID times, and knowing that it's also the Mental Health Awareness Week, it's important for us to look after ourselves and our well-being as well. And for me personally, Whātele is my escape place that I travel to mentally and emotionally, and I think it's really important to find that balance, and that's for our young Talavo as well. Be proud of who you are, and always reach out and check on the people that you love. Aftailasi, mo te awanoa.
Love that. Thank you so much, Molia. Now, Pese, what about you?
I just want to say thanks for having us be a part of this discussion. It's really important to get our youth, our Talavo, and our Tamaliki and Mokupunas to be involved with speaking Tangata. But follow, even though we're a small island, don't be discouraged just because no one knows of Tuvalu, no one's ever heard of Tuvalu. If anything, that should give you the opportunity to push yourself and be like, hey, I may be from a small island that no one knows about, but I'm here, I'm willing to do the job, I'm willing to really advocate for our Pacific Islander friends and family, and just be that person that other Tuvaluans can look up to. And I know definitely Fala and Molia, they've kind of molded me into the woman that I am today. I've known Fala since I was a little kid, and also Molly is my cousin. So it's good to have leaders and role models, especially female leaders, and having these two be a part of my life. It's really good, and it definitely encourages our younger peers to kind of be involved in the community, and also just start speaking your language from home. I mean, that's the basics of it. Is just starting from home, and then you can eventually, I don't know, be like the Tuvaluan queen like Fala is. So that's my get going from here.
Thank you, Malay.
Thanks. Thank you. And the warrior Fala, please.
I think Molia and Malay have said it all, but I think just my encouragement to our young Tuvaluans out there, just be proud of who you are. Because if you know your identity and you know yourself, where you came from, I'll tell you, you will be able to handle any bullshit coming your way because you know who you are and nobody will tell you otherwise. Okay? And then you will have that and you'll handle, you'll be able to tackle anything in life because you're proud of it. Because nobody will ever, they can take away, remember it's a Pea system they were dealing with in Aotearoa, New Zealand. But your identity, whoever you are, nobody will ever take that away from you. And so my words of encouragement to our young Tuvaluan out there, be proud of who you are. No matter what you do in life, give it your best shot and be proud that you are able to contribute to the people, to your family, to your community, and New Zealand as a whole. So be proud of whatever gift that God has given you, talent that God has given you, give it your best shot and be proud of the difference that you have made to this country and your family. That's my luasene.
Thank you so much, ladies. I feel like, especially for myself, I feel like I've learned a lot more about Tuvalu today, and I feel so excited to actually feel just a little bit closer to the culture and to the traditions that this beautiful island has to offer. The three of you ladies, you guys are such inspirational community leaders. Keep it up, please. Fala, you're an absolute warrior princess. I love it so much. Pese, I hope that your arm's starting to feel a little bit better. And Molia, perhaps we'll see you in class tomorrow. But thank you so much, ladies, for being here with us today and teaching us so much knowledge that you guys have to offer. And thank you everyone for tuning in. And we'll see you again tomorrow. But please stay tuned because we have Lorenzo up next. So don't go anywhere.
Thank you. God bless everyone. Bye.
Bye.
So fast with what?
Lorenzo.
Oh, are they still on?
Tau tua mara au nanga mo tau sa mo service station nei tona i matu. Ma tau teu tuina lo ta vale, ma le tele unisio matu au nanga i sesi. Ai le ngata foi le, ma tau te sia ke ina fo i lo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow, Molia Tulafono. Apa itu yang vai pa ulusa? Awalnya telepon, matu te siapa lah yang voice Molia Tulafono. Molo no posila fia, mua tapela uta vale pe out. Nua tapela o telefone ni tai me utu ina ila uta vale. Male vaenga mulu. Mana tua fo e matua I fasa aina lo tau maftapa ai no fuanga papeni Ota Samoa ore mota mo Samoa ma te fia e au na pe mo o Samoa maftaila fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
Mama avenga le nei male Pacific Isi mo au tupe whaamumoli Samoa a o tapu ni ai ofisa mo le whaawa yasu. Whaonga nei lola na wa unanga forward ta ua o le direct transfer. A whai wa yesa o membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking o le matua I whaingo fia lava. Na o le tipose mai lava lau se leni matua account o le whaatino leo la foina o lau se leni mo a inga I Samoa. E ia inga I tahu na whaamalia ina. Mo nisi whaamatalanga I le nei au unanga fo. Wala au le telefoni o walu se lau o tasi o nono po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa I le valu tolu o.
voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Farmer Joe, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight here to Farmer Joe to do my shopping.
O le si tūlanga pitusili o le tāu. O le lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. O na whaanga le whaatau i o loa e au ngā mole ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai le sa so fua tau e le sia sa. Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo e ala mai le talo for voucher. Le wana whaatau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo voucher ua maua le Pese Iosefa so se paro loa whaingo fie a me se le te whērua i mana o telefoni taimi uma. Ai lo le lafo me le cash o na inu e lor tamao re ainga.
Whapea tulava le talo for voucher mo le foi au nang fo whaatai. Ma lua langa le tampai.
Whaatai talo voucher.
Teki talo for voucher.
Squad, baby. Rex, J. Sands. Oh, say I'm say you are complete to me, I get you. By the way that you move and the way that you smile. Say, oh my Dorima, baby, you be giving your hand, I'll take you anywhere. You give me something that I never had. Cause you care, but about to me and the family. Say, why you waiting for me to talk to you? Yeah, I'ma listen what y'all say. Yeah, don't move on in and come here. Yeah, they on the nail, dirty wine, girl, dirty wine. Yeah, say, tama in and not the pipe, say.